chords that you hear in jazz are coming in from the same place that bluegrass chords come from, right out of the scale. In bluegrass, generally you take the first, third, and fifth. And that's how we got that a bunch of chords there. In the jazz, you go up further. 1, 3, 5, 7, or 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And you'll even see chords that are called 11ths and 13ths in jazz. Here's a D13th. And that's because this high note here is the 13th note. Count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. See, here's the D major. Here's the D. Here's D7. Here's D9. And here's a D11. And a D13. I like these chords. You have to fight to keep them out of the traditional bluegrass. My head wants to stick them in there, and then my sense of taste says, you're hurting those tunes. They deserve to stay old time in folk music. There's plenty of tunes you can throw the jazz into. Let's be responsible, about treating a good old time tune like a good old time tune. So I fight with myself on about this. But anyway, that's trying to show you really that the chords that you hear, that they sound fancy, but they're made exactly the same way. They're easy to get them as they are the other chords written yet, I'm happy to say. So it seems like the scale is easy enough to get a handle on for what it has to give back. That's what I would say is looking into more of a lot of the scale stuff. I'm not trying to push you into melodic direction, but melodies are, it's best to know the scale or where the melodies are coming out of the scale, because you'll need to play melody whether or not you're playing traditional or melodic. So, yeah.
Different subject.
Sure.
I try to collect humorous banjo songs that are sung. Do you have one that comes to mind?
I don't know any of them.
Do you know any of them?
Humorous banjo songs?
Yeah, they're just kind of fun and they're funny as they're sung.
I mean, this is the compliment, your Gary Larson collection?
I'm putting you on because I have just recently read that all music is sad.
Recently read.
Humor comes from sadness.
That's a little deep for this time of day.
What?
That's the funniest thing I've heard.
Well,
I just said, I can't recall any songs about the banjo that are particularly humorous.
Not necessarily about the banjo, just played on the banjo.
that's where Clint goes back.
I know. Thanks for
Well, I thought let's see. Thought I heard Buddy Boy. What is that next? Thought I heard Buddy Boy shout. Open the bad air, open the window, let the bad air out. Funky butt, take it away. They had a dance hall in New Orleans called Funky Butt Hall, and Buddy Bolden was a famous jazz cornetist.
Yeah.
And so the old song says, It's the second part of Slim Hill Special.
I'm sure you know, and here's what it turned into. Ever heard that two beds of a pipe? You recognize? Pike County Breakdown. So who wrote it? Nobody wrote it. It's a folk song. I mean, it's too old to be written by royalty collecting people.
I just wrote it as a public service to start out. Phonograph record. And it's largely, it was originally written as a public service song. It's now become a song of nostalgia for the old-fashioned large black phonograph record with a tiny hole in the middle, which has now become a thing in museums and flea markets and antique stores and things like that. Don't leave your records in the sun. Don't work them, they won't be good for anyone. Don't leave your records in the sun. They get all wavy and they just won't run. They just won't play, 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 just won't play no more. Well, I had this record that I really didn't like. It was the last one they had in the store. I left it laying on the car back seat, and I just won't play no
those town and country cars that were parked out in front of your fancy address. You came a long way from St. Louis. You broke a lot of hearts between. I met a gang of gloomy guys who were doing all right till you came on the scene. You flew in from the Middle West and you certainly impressed the population hereabouts. But baby, I got news for you. I'm from Missouri too, so naturally I got my doubts. You got them dropping by the wayside. A feeling I'll never know. You came a long way from St. Louis, but baby, you still got a long way to go.
Baseball game. It was the opening game between the Nashville Balls and Chattanooga Lookouts. So I'll play some, but I won't try to sing the whole thing.
Here's you know this Ralph Stanley tune. Now I'm going to play that using a B-flat scale because these are all the blues notes for in G. Sounds weird, but listen to this. And the G, that's the G blues sounds. And here's the B flat. So you're using the B flat sounds to make the blues. You can also play in minor, and there's a lot of uses for those. There's those patterns. Let's say I take the G. Well, I can make that minor. I can make that's a minor 6, this type of chord, which is the same notes as a B flat 9, a C9. Play a C chord for me. I'm going to play a G minor 6. I look for, and different shapes on the neck, and then how to apply that to a piece of music. I've written a couple of pieces of music that use those kinds of shapes and that approach. I think the main thing about all of this is try stuff. Get in there and do stuff. The stuff that things that are in books, everybody's got that. Whether or not they've learned it yet, they can get it, and they'll be playing the same thing that you'll play after you've learned that. You got to get your own stuff happening, and it has to obey the rules of music, which you don't have to learn music theory or anything, but you just trust your ear. You build confidence in your ear and trust it, so that when you're moving around through sounds, you can maintain a musical feeling. And then the main thing is dig in and find stuff. Look on your own. Don't feel like you have to learn a lot of stuff. Just move your fingers around and over the fret and see if it sounds good up there. Don't always hold the same row. Most people sit down and they play the tune, but stuff that they already know. They play arrangements of things they already know, and they